Oh, yeah, baby, I'm back. Check one. Oh, my God, that's loud as fuck. Check 1, 2, check. Woohoo! I got YouTube back up and running. Oh, that's good. I needed that. I don't know, like Streamlabs like gets sticky or something. I did a private stream last week, and like a Thursday or something like that, and Thursday or Friday, it's like sticky. Not sending information for stream or something like that. So I did a private stream, and then I did a public stream, and it's working again. My camera was stuck too. I don't know what the fuck. Like, how does this even happen? I don't know what that is. All right, I'll look that up today. Are you guys is anybody watching this right now? If anybody's watching this on anywhere like Twitch, can you just say hey, or I can do it. Yeah, that worked. And then someone say something on YouTube. Yeah, that worked for me this time. Sorry, I'm trying my Streamlabs, man. Like this Streamlabs is garbage. I probably need to hire somebody. It's really bad. Like OBS. So there's two types of Streamlabs. There's one that you can build that's very lightweight and does everything you want it to do, but you have to work on it constantly, or not work on it, but you have to like spend time working on it. OBS is the same thing, but bulky. It's like Windows. So you kind of get everything, and you just click one button and it's done. But I don't know if it's like how it updates, or when things don't mesh well, or your settings on their server. I'm assuming they have a server, and if I change my settings, they don't always upload with updates or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I need if anyone out there has any experience with actual Streamlabs or OBS. I think it's like Streamlabs and then Streamlabs OBS. What's going on, Robert? How was that update today? Pretty good. You guys want to look at the market really quick with me? Hold on. We'll give me a second here. I had to. So this morning I turned on the stream and it was all fucked up. Like no camera. I had no camera. I had only the stream up on Twitch. I fixed it though. I did the research and fixed it. I had to wait until the stream was over today. I'm like, I'll wait until the stream's done for the day and I'll fuck around with it. Hold on here. Booze. Yeah, baby, all the way up. Here, give me a second. Okay, here's SPY. So, a couple things. I was fighting with somebody on Twitter today because they don't have the whole story. You know, the story is you sell end of May. Hold on here. You sell end of May to get long, right? Here's one opportunity to get long here. Here's another opportunity to get long here. Another opportunity to get long for the merry month of May, right? Fairly easy. These are layups, these trades, right? Let's look at something else really quick. So you know that people are like, you know, caught long. They're caught at the wrong time being long. They're not getting long where they should. They're not selling where they should. I guess is the thesis I'm trying to put together here. But let's let me see if I can put this on an hour here. This is a traditional chart here. It's fairly simple to see, right? Not too rocket sciencey. You come into the end of a month, right? You sell expiration, you sell OPEX if we're going up. You try to find a low into the end of the month to work up, right? Woohoo! Into month end again, right? Yahoo! We do the same thing, right? Sell OPEX, sell month end, up again, right? Fairly consistent. Sometimes we get OPEX before our expiration before OPEX, and sometimes we get OPEX, or most of the time we get expiration, I think, then OPEX. But they switch sometimes. Sometimes you'll get like OPEX and expiration thereafter or whatever. At any rate, we're coming into the end of a quarter, right? And we just came out of a expiration and OPEX, right? You got OPEX right here, expiration. You got month end right here, right? And you're trying to catch a low, right? To get long theoretically for the month of June. Now, you'll hear people say this is the most hated run, the most hated stock market run ever. Right? Worst thing ever, right? Nobody wants to be long this run. But you know, like if we're looking back here, like let's be honest. I was trying to figure this out, like how to word this, but without trying to word this being nice and not trying to be a complete fucking asshole. But you know, when you have a 20% drawdown, no, you're not getting another 30% drawdown. It's not how this usually works. Sometimes it works like this, but it's not the norm. I'm assuming people are looking for a repeat of 2022. I don't think we're in the same environment as 2022 in any way, shape, or form. Now, let's see if we can look at this. Hold on here. How do I express this? Maybe I could do it with the New York Composite Index. I could probably do this. Go down here. We're not in the same. I think I can look at this all the way back to the beginning. Don't hold me to this, okay? Because we're doing this a little bit unplanned here, but we should be able to go back. Nope. I thought the NYA would show me the OG. Hold on here. Maybe the Dow Jones. No, not the Dow Jones. What am I looking for here? No, not 30. No, wrong one. Wrong one. DJI. There we go. That should be able to show it, right? I would think. Let's see if we can show this up here. Let's go way back in time here, boys and girls. Got to get way down there. Down over here. There we go. You know, this is the stock market crash. And let's look at it for a minute. You can see these down moves here, right? This is 2020 or 1927. 1928, this is May. This is June, actually, of 28. Right there. And that's June of 28. Of 1929, here's June. Right there. Looking kind of blow-offy, right? Super ramp. Blast down for the start of the year. Fake out. See it right there. So here's the beginning of, here's December 30th. A little bit of a fake out here. Blast down, though, in March. Sound familiar? Double bottom up. Just look at this, though. Like, do I think we're going into a depression? I don't know if it's quite a depression. If we do an economic change, right? It's kind of, I don't think that tariffs were or from what I've read in the books that I've read, tariffs did not cause the Great Depression. So I don't think it's the same thing. I don't think we're in the same, I don't think it's the exact same thing, but it didn't help the Depression either. And as a matter of fact, Hoover kept slamming the economy after with more tariffs, like the second half of his first term. He just kept like hammering, and it didn't help. So I don't know that we go into an actual depression, but maybe like a major correction. Now, the impact of tariffs, though, also was lower returns over time. And until we get into like the 1950s, we had a tax code change, and the taxes aren't the same now either. So there's like a lot of things that are not the exact same, but points in fact, if you read any of the if you read any of the white papers from any of the banks for their expectations this year, they gave a very benign, hey, we should get full Trump policy or White House policy, kind of like Hoover, second half of his presidency. Though, if this happens early, we could see some shocks early in the market. So we've seen that, right? We've priced in a lot of that, believe it or not, at this point. So they did point out, I believe GS or JPM did point out they were probably in some kind of 1928, 1929 trade at the same time. So if that's the case, do we ramp some kind of ramp before second half of Trump's presidency? And you would, he's only got one term. We're not going to get into the politics of, does he get a third term or any of that kind of shit. You just thinking about the trade and the playbook, and these banks. I don't know if you know this, but banks run old playbooks. They literally break out like, hey, we had this same kind of a thing back in 1970. We had the same kind of thing back in the 90s. They keep their playbooks. This is my point. So they try to run similar trades, and everyone has pointed out, even Jerome Powell, right? We haven't seen this kind of a trade since the depression. So if we're all on that trade, regardless of outcome, you know, do we do the blow off top is the question. This would be the most hated rally, wouldn't it? It's very similar to the 1990s, too. As a matter of fact, we had the best May since 1990. And we've had a lot of correlation to the 1990s recently, too, where we go down 20%, we're up 30%, down 15, or down 15, up 20, down 20, up 30, down 30, up 50. So I don't know if we're going to do the down 30, up 50 yet, but to do the down 20, up 30, it seems like it's on the playbook for right now, right? But it's violent, and it moves up until we hit this massive top, right? Let me just look at that move. So anyways, if we go back here, we don't care about that right now, by the way. Not really on our plate. What we need to know is this. We need to know that, hold on, let me get something else out here for you guys. We've got a gamma bar at 6,000, and it's been destroyed. 6,000's been on the plate for most of this quarter is my point here. We've got June right here, and then we got May, and we got April, and we haven't hit 6,000, have we? As a matter of fact, we rejected it. Not rejected, but we didn't quite get to it, right? They didn't want to print it. Dealer's like, nope, sorry, buddy. Maybe. Nope, sorry, buddy. And so everybody wants to hit 6,000, and there's a big reason for that too, right? You get call rolling to the upside. Let's look at this. In a second here, guys. I got to show you a few things here. So this is Valhalla, right? 6,000, right? And we've taken a few stabs at it, haven't we? We've taken 1, 2, and now we're a third time trying to get to 6,000. I'm going to assume as we come into end of quarter, we can print it. I think we can. I don't know if it's now or later. I would like to see us like hit it, do a bunch of like, I don't know, horse trading, rolling higher. Dealers chase it higher. And as soon as everybody's all pumped up, like, woo, we're going to go here and we're going to go there, we roll into like Vixpiration and OpEx and quarterly OpEx in this like vortex. Andy Constant talks about this, right? He's like, there's a magnet vortex as we get to the end of a quarter. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down, but let's look at that really quick too. So the collar, you know, not that the collar matters per se, but there is like an effect in where we're rolling. Just look at this really quick here. So here's end of quarter right here, right? I believe that's the 18th. So think of it like this. Can I make this larger maybe? Okay, maybe this helps. This might help. So here's 6,000, right? So, I mean, this is a perfect fucking bull trap, I'll be honest with you. And we got a lot more to talk about in this, too, because we don't know what July brings either. But theoretically, I want you to think about this like vortex of hell over here. So if you're able to get up into 6,000, you should get like a rolling of calls. And dealers would initially chase those calls, right? They like get long with the buying of upside. So you've got like 6,100, 6,200, and we go up slightly, and then we get sucked back into Vixpiration and OpEx. So there's like a I don't know exactly how the trade should work out, but there should be, like we should drive up into the 6,000, get some kind of like ramp. We've tried it twice now. Third time is maybe the charm. It was like some kind of like ramp and then roll down into Vixpiration, OpEx, whatever, plus all that fucking scheduled doom. We also have like Jerome Powell. We got Besson. Trump have all said the same thing, like, hey, a few weeks we're going to start talking nasty, start sending out letters in a few weeks. It all kind of aligns with, hit the 6,000, get the 61, 6,200, but that also brings another question. We're not going to hit the 61 or 6,200 in my view this month. I don't think that we do. But it does raise the question of what do we do for a hedge for Q2, or excuse me, Q3? And this is usually one of the worst times of the year. Is it more doomish? And do we print this 61, 6,200, 6,100 in July and then do the doom? Or is it just, get sucked and, just get sucked? Like a lot of traders think that we get in here, we get sucked into Vixpiration, and that's it. It's all over, right? Bull run's done. Haha, bulls. And that is a possibility. But if we were to trade if we get the roll higher to, let's say, 6,100, and you get another, bunch of call buying up here, right? Call this like first week of July. Somewhere in there is like first week of July. So the bigger question is, or the more immediate question is, do we go up here, hit this, right? Roll calls, maybe an extra little bump here too, little snort higher, get sucked into this. And the bigger question is, does this daily trigger hold? Because this daily trigger could theoretically print all that fun stuff up there for the month of July. And then people get really bullish. You know what I mean? And that's when we start fading it. We start trading July sideways, fade all these people. So you like hit that upside target, start fading everybody, and it's a big giant sucking hole into like end of July. Give them one more breath of fresh air, then take them down into mid-September over here. Close all that gap. And then you get a super ramp up into the end of the year. Now, no one knows if this is going to happen. I don't know how this plays out. Nobody out there does. No fucking Furu knows. Anyone that tells you they know, they don't know. I don't know, and nobody else does. But it would make sense, right? So if we're thinking of it like this, let's just say you've got some crap down here to close. You'd have something like this happening. 6,000, right? Dealers chase for a little bit. Black hole of death into OpEx. Then you actually hit like this. And then we slam down into, here's July 28th, July 30th. Break that whole thing in here into the 30th, like straight bloodbath. Wait a minute, up here, and then down into mid-June right here. Something like this. Now, we may not get this over here. We may not get... this, I think, is like a big question mark. And do we just start rolling? And a lot of traders are just going to be looking for... They're not going to care if we trade 62 or 61. They're going to be buying volatility for September. So if you're looking for like... if you're looking for hedges or anything like that, or buying volatility, we're still kind of in the place. Like even right now, kind of there. I mean, let's look at it. You know, we're right here, right? Does it matter if we go up anymore? Does it even matter if we go there? I don't think it does. We close all that gap down there. You get like this weekly triggers over here, and you're likely going to get a bunch of doomers in September, November. Don't listen to them when we're there. By the way, you close your hedge there. You close your September hedges here, and we're going to get long. You remember, everybody's on the opposite side of the fucking trade. You already know that, right? So, they always are. So, this is the jump point for bulls. If you don't know, if you don't know, I'm letting you know. Like 580, that's the jump point. And you see the wave over here. See how kind of like waves. This is distribution. This is a distribution trade right here. It's that traders like to make it early. They want it now. I want this trade right here today, Cap. I want it down here today. It's not happening like that. It just doesn't happen like that. So there's a couple key takeaways here. At 6,000, you should be hedging some kind of volatility for September. I don't know if you can do SDAO there just yet, but you could buy some, far out puts as close as you can get them in the money and afford. Where you don't lose time decay. So it would need to be like 2 years out or something, whatever the fucking farthest contract is. And you wouldn't have to worry about if we go up here and do this roll. But that roll should be there. Even if you're the most biggest bull out there and you think we're just going to moon, they're gonna take a shot at it for OpEx. They're gonna take a shot at it in July, if we even squeeze up higher, if the Trump stuff doesn't matter anymore, or whatever the taxes and the fucking policy, where the fuck it is. I mean, maybe they do work. We get the headline risk and the tweet risk and roll early, but I would say that anywhere up here, you're looking for some kind of volatility trade to close out in, let's say late September, late September, September OpEx. I wouldn't, unless a put spread maybe. If you're gonna do a put spread for OpEx, I'd be targeting like 5680, and you could still I'd like target all of this, but on the low end, you could go deeper. You could probably go to 5600 to capture the back end of it. I'd put it more in the money up here, like 6,000, 620. Now, whatever this is here should also resolve. I'll leave this on here. I always do this shit, and I'll leave it on. I'm gonna bet you too. Like this will likely be one of the somewhere in here will likely be one of the collar targets for Q3. Then of course you're looking for this right here, something like that. You could even get a little bit lower in here, a little bit of like blood, just like that, a little bit of blood. Not only that, you've got the monthly trigger coming up. So by the time that monthly trigger's up there, you might not even get that deep. Like, look at that trigger rate. Oh, hold on. Like, look at that monthly trigger. It's going to be... I don't even know if I would go that low with it. I'd have to say it's up here. Hope that we can get down there. I mean, I'd like to see us get down there. I'd like to see us close out any of this garbage here. Even this one down here. Look at that one. There's a gap left below. I'd be like targeting higher. And then if you're able to make the spread wider to capture any extra doom, sure. But still, look at that end of year. Like, there is a possibility here that we don't even get that deep. You know, there is a possibility for Q3 that we don't even get down here and close all this. We can leave all this behind too. There's no requirement that we close this stuff down here. So, you know, how does 6,200 sound? So you like fail the 6,200 here, right? I mean, think about it like this. Think about this logic. You're failing 6,200. We're trying to slam 6,000, right? We get sucked down in here. Try to hit this. I don't think you hit the 6,200, to be honest with you. I think it's like here. Maybe we tag 61. Maybe even both. Hit them both. And then my thesis there would be, if this is Q3 and we're not going to hit above 6,200 until Q4, maybe we just take out both of those highs and auto sell. Like first month of July, first week, done, get it out of the way. And no one thinks they're going higher. We all switch over to, you know, doomish or whatever. So I guess that's possible. We'll put that back up there. It really is possible. It's possible. Maybe fail it. And send them packing. That's where I think that's worst case scenario for bears. But I would still be looking for that roll into, you know, late July, late September. I think that's all reasonable. And watch out for the giant sucking sound and the expiration. And the other thing too, it's quarterly expiration. We'll have to talk about this week, but there's like this whole. Normally it happens before expiration, like 2-3 days. You get the DivX capture trade. We blast down to the depths of hell for like one full day, and then we moon like crazy into DivX. Or I think we moon like crazy into DivX, and we sell on open market like 9:30 in the morning after DivX. People get their $1.60 or whatever, and we start selling hard and heavy. Anyways. I want you to start, now that we're inside of the summer trade right now, you guys should all be long, right? I think I've said it. I've regurgitated it for 2 weeks, right? We're coming into the end of May. We want to sell down and get as deep as we possibly can to get as much money into middle of June, right? For the upside move, right? Get as down as we can get so we can capture as much money on the upside, not have as much risk on, right? 605, right? You know, we don't need the whole trade, just most of it. Try to get points on the downside, which we did. But I then want you to start thinking now, like right now, I want you to start thinking about not so much this roll here, but I want you to start thinking about like tops. And when do we execute a hedge into September? All right, it's not even a hedge. I think we should trade it like some kind of a put spread of some kind or some kind of aggressiveness. If wherever we are up here, I think we can get aggressive with it. But I don't think we're there yet. I think it's like, I think the first stab at it's OpEx. I think the second stab at it's first week of July. Sorry, I put the stream on this morning and I had problems. Like, camera was all fucked up. I couldn't stream for some reason to YouTube. So I figured I would turn the stream off at the end of the day and then go back, figure out what the fuck is wrong. Turn the stream off at the end of the day and then turn it back on after I make all the fixes, and it seems like it's worked. So I'm back on streaming on YouTube right now and Twitch. It's Streamlabs. There's something wrong with. Last week I did a private stream and it fucking the server and Streamlabs doesn't like communicating. Like it'll have fragmented information, so it doesn't think I'm streaming to YouTube or something. So I have to go back or like manually change everything back and forth to get it to take. So it's whatever. It's what it is. When you stream every day, we're gonna run into these issues. It's just a part of streaming this often. You don't see this in recorded videos because when you record at home and then post, it's kind of easy. When you live stream every day, it's hard. It's not easy. And I don't do in real life stuff. You guys, I have like so much shit flowing here for you guys that Streamlabs hates it. Like I'm doing a lot of shit here. I got a lot of shit going on. Like let's be honest. Like switching back and forth from this to that to this to that to this to that. You got audio running in the background and video playing, and you got fucking Bookmap over here, and you got a bunch of different charts all running at the same time, and chats going, and it's just it's crazy. So, anyways, I want you to start thinking now about this trade. I wouldn't be trying to execute it now. Don't fuck around with it. We're gonna slam into that 6,000, or we're gonna fail it, or we're gonna even get above it. But take the June trade, right? Ride it up. If we get to like 605 or something, we take the money off, collect our money, walk away. And we talk about this all the time, don't we? And you know, you can't be fearful. You got to know what's coming. You got to make these trades so that you can degenerate gamble when you want to. So that you don't have to fucking trade zero dates every day. You just slap a nice trade on, at a nice low. You let it ride. You let it fucking print. You take your money. You put it in your bank. Pay your bills, your taxes, you know, whatever it is you got out there. And then you come and you degen with that money. So the trade is on right now, right? Now I want you to begin to think about, like, don't listen to people out in public. Don't stop listening to the fucking news, like CNBS bullshit and Bloomberg and all that fucking noise. Just stop listening to it. Try trade price action with me here. And I want you to think about the roll as it comes. It should come. June OPEX, maybe the first stab at it. And the second stab, I would think, would be the, let's call it like beginning of June, middle of June. If we begin to roll, if we actually recover in this OPEX, if we recover, we will squeeze up and we'll trade that. And then we'll take the big shorts for the summer. And it's fascinating when we get there and do this stuff because you're going to get people that are bulled up. And when they're bulled up, we're going to be getting bared up. And you're going to be getting bears trying to call like a roll early. Like they'll try calling on like July 1st and shit. Don't bother fucking with that. You're just looking for a high. You throw on a hedge or a put or whatever you're going to do. And we'll ride that down in September. You don't have to, you don't care when it happens. You don't care if it's like July 11th, July 9th, fucking July 30th. You don't care. You're running it into September and your dates on it are going to be probably, depending on how you structure it, farther out in time. So just start thinking about it now. We're not there yet. And there is a vortex down here. So, you know, kind of like line up with this stuff, right? Hold on here. You can see it right here, right? Fairly easy to see. Should be some kind of like failure in here, right? Make it a little bit lower here. You know, just a failure of all-time highs. Slam, slam, slam. Giant sucking sound. They're going to tell you that we're not going to recover this, but I think that we do, unless we do it early. The second choice would be we actually go up here and hit this right now. That would work for me. That works for me. If we did like the attempted all-time highs early. And then they suck it down for OPEX, and then the July high maybe is a failure to get a new high. And then we roll it down. That would work for me too. But it's still the same price action. It's all still the same. So it's a nice big distribution curve. It's going to take time. It's not going to finish until September. Today is June 2nd. Think about that. Today is June 2nd. We got like June, July, August, and September. 4 months. You know, and people want it now. They want it like today. They wanted it over the weekend, right? All the fucking Furus, fucking BBG, like everybody was like, sell. World War III crash. No. So we'll, however this works out, we should have this big fan. It's either there, failure, down, or it's, you know, I think it's more reasonable to suggest we hit 6,000. This seems reasonable. Hit 6,000. People rolling their calls up here. You get a little bit of follow through. Dealers have to chase that activity. And then wham, you just wake up one morning and your shit's on fire. Right? I'll post the meme. OPEX smiling, and then what? Expiration, they're crying, right? And I don't know if we roll before we get to OPEX, because we're in quarterly OPEX right now, but you figure you like get people rolling, you murder all that roll up here, and then maybe we go up there and hit them for the first month if we know we're going to roll down for the next 2 quarters or the next 2 months or whatever. And use that as a sell point. And you could probably trap a bunch of motherfuckers up in here too, which would be dope as hell too. Like it's like a perfect trade. Like come in July, everybody's pumped up, fucking we're highs and all that stupid shit. Everybody's got woo. I'm taking out a third mortgage. We're going to 6,400 kind of fucking behavior, and then wham, you just bury them. We hit it in the year Q4. That'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it? It would be good if you think about it here. You can see it right here. It's fairly easy to see. You ready? See the daily trigger right here? So here's the daily trigger. Oh, I mean, this all makes sense, right? Here's your daily trigger coming up right there. So you get the couple more pumps, come down to the daily trigger, likely into OPEX or something. They're going to be fucking spinning so much doom on your ass at that time too, right? I can lay this shit out before we even get there. You're going to get Trump diarrhea, Besant diarrhea. You're going to get Jamie Dimon diarrhea. You're going to get everybody's diarrhea, right? It's going to be diarrhea everywhere. They're going to tell you like, oh, the new head or the new thing is coming out, the new collar, and it's all doomish and gloomish and all that kind of shit. You know, all you're looking for is a peak. Here, either one. Doesn't matter. If you want to go early, I think it's fine. If you want to go like early with a hedge or with that doom trade, only thing I would say to you would be if let's say you grab it here at 6,000 or just above, like 605 or something, 6050 on SPX. Make it nice and easy. 6050. How about 6075? If you put that hedge on, the only thing that I would say to you would be just make sure you can withstand a move higher, slightly higher, however you structure it, that you don't panic, freak out. You can always trade up too. You can have a hedge on and take longs. Don't feel like you have to always be in just one fucking trade, like I'm only in this or only in that. When you put more time on a trade, you can literally get in and out of trades. Like, hey, I'm in this one right now. I'm in that one right here too. I'm on this one for like a year out or 2 years out, and whenever it hits, I'll close it. So don't feel like you can't be in like more than one trade. You can have different viewpoints in different time frames. And whenever I don't know where price winds up here, but I do know this. When we get to the end of that September, you should be exiting and looking up again, no matter where price is. So start thinking about, September right now, and looking for highs to grab for a low in September. Stay with the market as it trades. And no, I don't care if we go down an extra month either. If you have like September and then we have October, a little bit extra, or even November, I don't care. You should be exiting and getting ready to get long. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like this guy today on Twitter, like, we're taking our money. I want you to think about this, okay? Hold on here. When you're a smart trader, you're in here and you're taking your money here. Right? You're hedging and looking for a new low to buy, right? So what do you care what they're doing? Get what I'm saying? You're looking up now from down below, and they're all chasing. And so whenever this ends, right? We're going to do the same thing again, right? We're going to start taking our money and then looking for a hedge. This time, in my view, I think as we go into June OPEX, June OPEX and maybe the big first week of July or so, we start looking lower, wherever that may be. So if you can catch a high in either the June OPEX, and I don't even think we get out to the so June OPEX is, hold on here, or that whole doom shit is like in here. Can I do that? You figure in and around the 17th, 18th, you know, there'll be people that are trying to get long. You know, as we come up here into the 6,000 or whatever, there are gonna be people that are gonna want to be getting long in here, and I'm not. I'm looking to exit, take my money, and run. And whatever this fade is into the 18th, or you know, we start trading it sideways and we blast down or whatever. They're going to be arguing with you the entire time about where we're going. They're going to be telling you that we're going up here. We're going to trade 620, 630, 640. They're all going to be telling you that, and you're going to be getting out because you were long down here. You're going to be exiting before we ever get there, and they're going to get trapped again. And even if we get one more up, maybe into first week of July or something. Well, it wouldn't be there. There it would be blast down, right? Even if we come up into this and hit this, maybe hit the 620 or something, it ain't gonna matter. Like we're trying to get short, like in here and in there, somewhere in here. Could be higher, right there, for that September print. So we'll see how it goes. You guys want to know what's happening tomorrow? You guys get the futures Sunday brief? Let's have a look around the market. Hold on. Yes, VIX 9-day. You gotta love it. It's getting hammered over there. VIX 9-day. Hold on, I gotta look at this. Yes, VIX 9-day getting annihilated right now. You gotta love to see it. Gotta love it. This is VIX 9-day. Whew. See that right there? You might think that these things don't work on VIX, but I'm going to tell you they do. Shows momentum even of VIX, and momentum is to the downside. See that? So we can get some kind of downside and then a move higher, right? That would kind of correspond with what? You know, spot up, vol up, right? Murder the VIX a little bit more. So VIX looks good. Let's look at, can you guys see this? Yeah, you guys can see this. 10-year. 10-year. 10 years good right now. But it looks like it wants to hold the daily trigger. Another pump higher maybe. And then a down day. Something like that. Let's get the dollar. This bothers me here. I don't like seeing this. Not quite yet, but hold on. So we got to stay above this right here. As long as the dollar stays above 98 bucks, we're probably good. That's all fine right there. Let's get the dollar really quick. Do you guys also see that we're getting cash injections right now, right? We're almost there. Dollar might be going up, actually. That's bullish. But we're not below 98 bucks. I don't see anything there. Let's look at velocity in the 30. This is supportive, believe it or not. You might think that this is not, but it is. This is supportive. We need to start seeing some closing days red. So if you start seeing like, hey, we're closing days red. Remember on Friday when David AMS said, see this close right here? I'm pretty bulled up on it. Or I'm bulled up on where we're going. He's saying that because we're getting daily closes higher, right? So this is actually supportive right now. The hourly velocity looks fucking beautiful. I'll be honest. It looks goddamn beautiful. You know, nice low, in positive right now. Pullbacks on the 15.5 are present and likely will happen, but the hourly looks fucking great. And let's look at this on a daily basis really quick. You know, the daily's a little overbought. Not quite there yet, but almost. But here's more important. You see this weekly right now? We start closing out some weeks positive. Man, I know that everybody wants more down here in the weekly. But if we close this year out, up here, you know, where we are with these previous years back here, a little bit of that loving right there. It could get spicy to the upside. It really could. You might be thinking, that's a Zick cap. See this? We fail that, we come down. You could have a little bit of that. I'm going to close the month out week. Fail that. Come back down, but then we pump again. Let's look back here. Tight air. Put that up there. Hold on a minute. You're going to take everybody's goddamn stops, aren't they? They're going to take every one of these fucking stops. They're going to take all their fucking stops. Every lot. They're going to make them reset. And you want to be that guy, don't you? You want to be that guy up here on that reset of stops, don't you? Yeah, baby. Be this guy right here, right? We called that too, didn't we? Go back and watch the show. It was February 14th. We called that top. It said hedge your ass. February 14th, 10:30 in the morning. You can check the stream. I should push it out everywhere and suck myself off, but I don't do that shit. Should like post it all over TikTok and shit. I'm the top and bottom caller. Watch me bend my head down and blow myself. Once 1 week. Right here. How's it feel being rich out there if you're watching this right now? How's it fucking feel being in the summer trade? You can do whatever the fuck you want right now. You don't even have to open your fucking laptop, do you? Hey, what's going on today, bro? Oh, I'm making money. Oh, just free money all day long? Yeah, bro. I took the summer trade. It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer. It's fucking phenomenal, bro. I even got the best price. Life fucking rules. It's probably a bear right now watching, so angry at me. You were so bearish I was to get the better goddamn price to go up. Bunch of savages. I even told you. Okay, right here we got the weekly. Oh, God. This is all death and destruction. Someone was asking if they should short the overnight. I was like, fuck no. A guy I really like, smart trader too, a pro. I was like, don't deal with it. Don't fuck with strength right now. Okay, daily right there. We got some doom up here, don't we? Got a little bit of doom right here. Guy right there. We're gonna blast his ass out, though. I think that guy right there. That guy. Where's he at? Is he right there too? Yeah, he's right there. We already know about this stuff up here, right? There's one there. Take every stop. There they are. There's every stop right there. And you notice how here's the 6,000, right? There's 6,000, so you smash up into it, and this is gonna piss everybody off, isn't it? This is a whole new trading zone, right? See it? Fairly easy to see, right? Whole new zone. Check the 4-hour. It's the triple top, bro. The triple inverse head and shoulders. There's shoulder right there. There's the head right here. We're going to sell the fuck out of it and kill everybody. Well, for right now, this is where the thesis comes in. So we're going to talk about this here in a minute. So that's why I said don't short this. See that right there? Don't fucking short it. You don't short that. You do not short that. See that? Hell no. You need to break underneath it. What the short shit? Here, hold on. Got 4. Right there. We got another 4 right here. This is where we are, right? We're way down here, aren't we? We're such badasses. Okay. So we know where the doom is. Kind of see where that is, right? This guy right here, we haven't beaten that guy yet. Move this over. They do want to pull this back, though. You can already see it. There is a pullback of some kind. Hold on there. Got this one right here. You do want to note this right here. This is going to be important. Because it's like the basis of all these fucking bears when they're like, it's a head and shoulders, bro. You can see it right there. If you get above this one, invalidates your head and shoulder thesis. Look at an hour. And we're in a 5th wave right now, too. This is Valhalla, right? 6,000. We're all talking about. This is where all the stops are, right? These are where all the stops are. We already know that. There's fucking stops galore up there. Giant fucking gap right here. Giant gap. We're just looking to get above this, right? Squeeze them out a little bit. Take our calls off. Bye-bye. We're out of here. Awesome sauce, right? We got the prior high, the new high. We've got until the 18th to do it, right? Probably not the 18th, but let me just check this really quick. When's expiration? June 18th. Okay. So this is expiration 9:30 in the morning. We already know that's party time, right? You guys have won and lost enough money on that to know. Quarterly OPEX is right here. That's 603.45. I would say this to you. A few things. Okay, so first thing we have to say is this. Let's look back here a little bit. There's a few ways to look at this. Some people are going to tell you that if you see this prior high right here and this one right here, they're going to tell you this is first leg. 1, 2, and we're going to go moon. That's possible. Not only that, but even within this, you could actually come down into June and July and still be very viable into September. And that would mean that we're going to trade higher into February of next year. There's others out there that are calling this we're in a fifth wave right now. They're saying that it's something like this. That was 1, I think. So you got the bottom. You got the beat right there. That's 2. That's your 3, 4, and now we're finding out what 5 is somewhere in here. So depending on what your count is, and there's usually like smaller and bigger waves within waves and shit, but for now, we mark the bottom right here. So that's the bottom. And your impulse is actually this one right here. That's your lower high, lower low. You break out here, back test. That's the one up there, right? This makes sense. The body is, or the length of this is huge, which it should be. Now this last one is usually smaller. But for this for all this to be valid, we have to go up here. Without a doubt, I'm going to tell you right now. You see this high right here? We have to go up there and hit that fucking new high. One way or another. For all that, if all that's valid, then we're going to go up there and hit it. So somewhere between here and in here. Okay? Now, if that's the case, we backtested the daily trigger. What's the outlook? You guys already know, right? You guys don't need me to tell you, do you? Matter of fact, we got the high tick right here. Look at this. I'm always telling you guys this, right? Remember when we were heading down in the market? Remember we were going down in the depths of hell? When I'm like, I just want to wait and see. Are we going to get the high tick to check if this is bottom, right? And as we kept laddering down or escalator down, every time. So you guys, I want to show you this. So when we were going down here, right? We were on our way down. I always wanted to see, like, Hey, did we break out for a little bit here? The daily trigger come up? Nope. Did we get up here a little bit? Nope. Did we get up here a little bit? Nope. Up here? Nope. Right. So you're always looking for that strength, right? Are the buyers really here? Nope. Nope, they aren't. And here we are seeing that. We are seeing that. So just now we saw it, right? We just saw it right here. Nope, right here. See that guy right there? We just peeked our head above it. So, you know, this is showing strength here. You see that? Just like more fucking strength. Like boom. Fuck your stops right here. Fuck your stops right here. We're coming for the rest of this up here. And I want to tell you something else too. When you look at this drop in here, when was this drop? I want you to think about this. Like, look at my cursor here and look at the times down below. This is fucking 4 a.m., fucking 5 a.m., fucking 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m. You know that when we drop in pre-market or after hours to get price where we need it to go, or even the overnight, it's like fucking two guys like selling. It's not like the whole market's selling. So it ain't like this is a bunch of resistance in here, is it? You got some right here, and you got none up here. This is bullshit. All this is bullshit right here. So I would say this for tomorrow. We're on an hour here. Let's check out this hour. I don't know what futures is going to be here. My expectation, though, we're not looking at Asia yet, but if I was in Asia market, if I was in London, believe it or not, I'd be buying this stuff. The fear of missing out. So today is Monday, right? Nice high right there. And just like that. No, sorry about that. 592, 591, 590. Still jumping off that 590, right? We're fail this 594, 95 right here. And not only that, it leaves us with some nice buy points, doesn't it? So if you're not long, or if you're day trading, or if you're not like me, you know, you like do your own thing or whatever. I think I posted this on Twitter today. Just buy the hourly trigger. It's fairly simple. Not hard at all. Not hard at all. If you're already long, just stay long. If you don't care about, and you can actually see this down here too. If you're just long, stay long. Well, I guess it depends upon what you're in. If you're in a spread or something, stay long. And I don't know that we're going to print this. Or maybe we could print this sooner than later, can't we? Hold on here. One quick second. This mini trade here is like this, isn't it? One. This should stay here, believe it or not. So I'm going to do it over here. 2. 3. 4. Come on here, guys. Something like that. 1, 2, grind them all out. And then bam. It's something like that. Let's just take a quick look. Check everything else here. I mean, there can be some argument that we're going to come down here, but I don't think so, guys. I'll leave you with this. Any chance you have to buy, the hourly trigger, take it. I think it would be God's gift if we could get back down here, and I doubt it. I'm going with no on any of that. This looks like super ramp. So how about this? If you get a chance to jump on 591, take it. If we bleed down briefly down here, which I don't fucking see, it's a wick. It's literally a fucking candle with some damage down there, but I don't see it. Maybe we see it in after hours, overnight maybe. Maybe Asia session and London session catch a dip down here, but I don't see it. Maybe we could potentially see a trade sideways. You know, just burn a bunch of options, and then we go up again on the Friday, maybe. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Here's Friday. I think that's viable. Come back next week, Tuesday, buy a dip. That turns into support. Rambo one more time. And I think I'm being generous, not counting any of this shit up here. I think I'm being fucking generous. Can we go up here? Sure. I think this is the land of FOMO, though, so I'll be exiting. I'll be selling calls into you as you're getting long, hopefully. That makes sense? Something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and whatever this is. And not only that, you're like catching like, I mean, it could be higher, but I'm trying to be gentle. Get a nice high price into OPEX, into Jerome Powell's Fed meeting. Get a nice price into, and there's another thing here too, is whatever this is, there's actually, so if let's say we complete this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we do a correction. 1, 2, 3. There's your expiration OPEX, right? And there's your daily trigger right there. Here's your July. First week of July, right? And we get the failure of all-time highs, right? See it? One more time. Now, some people are going to say this is the start of a bigger move. I think this is where people are going to get fucked up. They're going to be like, oh, yeah, we did the 5 here. We did the correction here. And this is going to, and we got a new high here. So that invalidates that. We're just waiting for the back test to hold. And it's not. It's just going to do this, and it's going to start failing. I think it's going to start failing. I could be wrong. I can be wrong here. If price action is different, I'm with you on this, but then here's your 1, 2, 3 right here. There's end of month. Whoop. And you're still in this whole plane right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys like fours, right? If you're an Elliott waiver, 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. I still think we get that last hit right there. That's July 14th right there, right? Failure of all-time highs. Oh, look at that Friday, shocker. Color me fucking shocked. Color me fucking shocked, right? Wham. Talk about fucking people over one more time, huh? Oof. That's a doozy right there. And then you get your actual head and shoulders. You got your shoulder here. You got your head right here. Get your shoulders over there. Make sense? I think that's right. Then you come down here, right? You blast down here. Oh my God, everybody's freaking out. Starts to please save all my calls. And then, you know the drill. Heading down into September, October, or, July bear. A little bit up for August. A little pull up in August. There should be. And but then we're gonna murder it again. We're gonna fail to get above all this crap. This crap's gonna be our top, and we'll go down and do some damage. I don't even know, man. Like, can we get it? Can we even get it underneath 764 at that point? I don't know. Like, that's 400 fucking points right there. We start rolling down here. That's fucking 400 points for. It's a lot of points. Could be looking at 65 holding into winter. That is possible. The doomish you might get. If you're looking for doom, guys, you're trying to short all-time highs or a failure of all-time highs. Trying to short here, wherever that is. Probably July. Makes sense, doesn't it? Check it out. There you go. Something like that. Don't be like, oh, Cap said it was going to be this day right here. We're going to go up here and do this. We're going to slap that out. I'm going to fade all that garbage and noise from, everybody's got scheduled, right? Besant, and we got Jerome and all that kind of crap. And meanwhile, you're down here buying dips. And just keep buying dips. Good? Make sense? Hourly triggers right here. Buy the fucking dip. There's probably some pain in here too. It ain't going to go straight up in here. It's going to go, reverse, smash. Just get spreads. It's easy. I would say this. I want to say this to you. I want to say this. You guys hear me when I say price or time? If we get price before we get to the doom, like, whatever that is, the 14th or 16th or whatever, 18th, I don't care. 20th, I don't care. If you catch a price, right? If you get like, hey, I'm in the money, I'm making all this money, take the money and step away from the market. And if the doom comes early, we get a Trump tape bomb on the 14th, 16th, and price. Remember, time or price. So if we get the price before the time, you might get an early drop. I want you to think about like data and news and price. So if we don't get the price, I don't expect the news, right? If we get the price, I do expect that bad news whenever it comes. It can be a day before, a day after, be a day later. Or the window is past where we can make that money. So I want to always think about like time and price and news and how it's perceived, or what catches on, and like when does it actually matter? It's gonna matter. When we do a quarterly roll on the 30th, it's gonna fucking matter. That vortex on the 30th of June is gonna matter. OpX is going to matter. DivX is going to matter. Expiration is going to matter. And you got all this fucking White House policy, crazy town, mixed messaging and crazy news. And any chance you get, you just catch dip. If you catch any print to the upside, you don't even have to be there for it. I mean, I want you to think about how the market moves, right? You're making money and you're not chasing crazy town. And once we get into crazy town, you don't have to blow yourself up. You're out before we ever get there. Hell, guess what you can do? You can hedge volatility. So we talk on this show about unrealized volatility and realized volatility, right? As we get closer to those events, you're going to see people go risk off, people putting hedges on, people getting scared. We're not there yet. I mean, today is I call this the summer trade, man. This is the Catalina wine mixer. So like we got this week and we got next week. Today is the 2nd. Friday is the 6th. Monday is the 9th. 13th is Friday. If you can be out by the 13th, fuck yeah. And then we roll into like the 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th. You know, if we can get out before then, you can just sit on the sidelines and be like, hey, give me a down day, baby. You know what I mean? Give me a down day this week or down day next week. So look at a calendar, open up a calendar at home. And I want you to think about this in the perspective of following the market, right? Figure you're then hoping for the last week of June or the week before the last week of June for volatility so you can shift or to a lower price theoretically from wherever we are, to put on one more trade possibly for the first week of July. And then from there, that's your 2 summer trades, right? 2 easy layups, slam dunk them, and then we're talking about a sideways to down trade for midsummer and fall. So you're looking ahead now already thinking about it, right? So if you catch a print at any point, between now and next, let's call it next Friday, the 13th, you catch a big, fat, giant honker print. Between now and then, you close the books, close your trade out, you sit back for 2 weeks, and you just wait for the inevitable tape bomb, right? Or the vortex bomb, or the roll end of month, and you find that nice, sweet little low down there. And you don't listen to anybody else. And as long as we haven't broken at that point support, let's go back and look at that too. So, if we haven't broken support into the 30th, here's the 30th month right here, right? Here's the 30th. And remember too what support is. We can literally blast down here. We can go all the way down here. But as long as we don't make the second low, we can come right back up. I kid you not. Just like doom. And you're just catching another low. And it sucks us back up. We do this one more time, and we're off and running. So you should be able to trade with the market. Ching, cash register. Come down here, grab another low. Ching, cash register. And then we do the sideways theta gang, fuck you summer trade or some kind in July. And you're going to have bulls calling it and bears calling it. And, you know, a bear's going to come out to you on like July 30th and be like, ooh, gotcha. You know, as we're going down. And you're just going to be grabbing a high up here. Not going to care about any of this. You know, leave this to like 45 forever and LVR and John L. They're just going to ping pong you. Here's July 30th right here. Here's July. You ready? Here's the. I can't even do it here. I have to do a 4-hour chart, but I want to do you like a middle of July, and then the doom into the end of July. Fairly easy. Grab a dip, any dip. 589, 590. Worst case scenario, I don't believe it though. 584, but I ain't buying it. I think at best you're going to be grabbing this right here. At best you're going to be grabbing, or at worst case scenario, like 591 and 12 or something, maybe 590. Nice big fat round zero right here. Maybe wick this. Make sense? Bullish. Cool. All right. Stay with the market, guys. And there's a few other rules here. Like, yeah, maybe top is June and not. Maybe we don't do the July push up. I don't think it really matters. I think that when we're up there, whenever that is, if it's now, if it's June, if we fail all-time highs in June, if it's June or July, I don't care. You can probably side of the barn, start adding some kind of a buying volatility trade. You guys like got a baseline? Do you understand what that means? So you could probably leave a screener at home and show VIX 9-day or VIX 30-day side by side with a SPY chart. And you'll start to see volatility rise as we come into the all-time high attempt. And that what that implies to you is that no matter where we go, we're going to eventually roll, and you're going to see puts increase in value, even if the market's going up. If you look out like 6 months or 9 months, you'll actually see puts gain value as we're up there, as we are up there. So you don't have to be direct. You can be directionally ambiguous, and also like you can capture not only the volatility as price is going higher, but when it eventually rolls down, you're going to be the guy with the cheap puts. Does that make sense? So like you're going to own cheap puts. They're going to increase in value as the market's going higher. And then when the market actually does roll, which you're going to be banking on, Wall Street, like the street is banking on sideways and down. I promise you, from first week of July into at least middle of September, if not the end of September, if not beyond. So they will be on that trade, and you'll be with them on that trade. Now, you're either going to be able to jump on it next 2 weeks, start getting on that trade, maybe we roll early, or you're able to take another stab at it in beginning of July. And that's usually pretty common. Now, as far as how deep the market goes, don't worry about it. You're just buying the volatility. So you have a couple great opportunities for you. You got right around the 18th to grab some of it. You got the 30th to grab some of it of June, and maybe the first week of July. You could possibly have another attempt to grab, depending on where price is, to grab some of that volatility trade. So use those events and those time periods and wherever price is to try to grab a top. I don't think this was it. I realized there's a bunch of sellers up there, and I realized that dealers weren't paying that shit. Nobody wanted that shit to print, right? The market didn't want that to print due to the expiry. We might encounter that again. There's a big giant bar again. That's 6,000. But if we can trigger this roll, I'm thinking that's what I think it is. My thought here is that you trigger the roll higher, and it provides the money we need, or the dealers need, to sell this, garbage. So this pile of shit. So I think if the moment people roll their calls higher, we get above 6,000, we'll start rolling like 6,100, 6,200, and when that call buying ends, like you'll get real money selling and dealers all together, like 20, 30% of the stock market just hammering. And you're also going to get like flows at the end of the month from banks. So like you probably got 60% of the market that's going to want to sell. Like the dealers are going to want to sell. Big banks, real money selling is going to come into play at the end of the month. So it's a perfect time. If I was a dealer, that's what I'd be thinking. If I was a dealer, I'd be like, get them up to, you get them all up here, you get them buying calls, and then you get the real money selling coming into effect. And dealers can jump on that train with those guys, and you're leaving a bunch of fucking bag holders up here. I do think we can print it out, though. If we can print it out, we're going to print it out in the first week of July. And then that we print. I don't even think we'd print it. I think it'd be like a. Hold on. Yeah, I think it would be like a failure, like right here. So they think they're going to get the print up here for 61 and 62. They're all excited. They're all excited here. They're doubling down. They don't get shit. I don't know what the Discord said. I can tell you what I think. Here's your pullback right here. You see it? You see it? Pullback. Does that make sense to you? Price. I only want to see us get down to the hourly trigger right here. What time is that? 8. Here you go. Ready? That's Tuesday. Close. Does that make sense? A better sense, maybe? Opland, does that make any sense or no? I don't think the timing matters. I really don't. I think that what matters more. Let's talk about timing too. So like, let's talk about timing and stuff. So, I want you to care more about on higher frames or even lower frames. I want you to care more about. Let's go to a 1 minute basis here. I want you to care more about stuff like this here. So, let's say we blast down here, right? And let's say we hit the half-hour trigger, right? Wham, 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 right? You know, if we fail to get a new high here, I should draw that better, but that's better. So if we, if we fail to catch a new high right here, I think we're going deeper. Does it make sense? Like if you watch the videos that are on the website, it talks about prior highs and stuff. Like you still have plenty of time to get long. Let's say we go down here tomorrow morning, right? And it's not the best way to do it, but I always prefer like you get the new high, right? You get the successful back test, you get the 1 in 5 minute underneath you. And rather than always trying to like, at this time, this is when we're going to turn. I think it's always better to still watch the reversal take place and get that confidence in the move higher. Because this is the meat of the trade over here. Timing bottoms kind of sucks. And not only that, let's look at it from another perspective. I'm saying buy any dip that you can, right? So this hourly trigger, wherever you can buy this, or even this down here, what if we just stay up here? We start ping-ponging around and we're not down at all, and the 1 and 5 is underneath. We can get long again. So I think I'm price agnostic on this more than I am, you know, if this hourly trigger comes flying higher, this is all we are. We catch a new high here. What are we doing? We're getting long again. So, we're in positive gamma right now. You can expect. I saw was it BBG? I think BBG put out something like they said, would they say CTAs are sellers in all scenarios now? I was like, what? It was like, is that real? I was like, I don't know if that's real or not. Let's take a look and find out. I think the Doom man is off the fucking chain right now. Let me look right now and see if I can see anything. I don't see CTAs being sellers in all fucking. Yeah, I don't see this. Like, here, let me show you guys this. All scenarios, my ass. I mean, I guess they can make that argument. If you look over here, their thesis is that CTA. Oh, their thesis is that CTAs sell here. I don't know if you can see this. Let me move this over a little bit. Their thesis is that you know, CTAs sell. I can't draw this here, but you get the gist, right? CTAs are sellers in all scenarios. That's not true. Or that's not true. I can see the point. CTAs can be sellers, but we still have a little more room to go here. So, and I don't know. Let me just take a peek at something else here too. Hedge funds are on here. I think hedge funds are still long. Hold on. Check asset managers really quick. Yeah, asset managers look like they want to be sellers now too. Asset managers look like they're turning. You might be getting bearish. Asset managers are becoming sellers right now. Just check here. Check ball control positioning. Check here. Vol control's in decent shape right now. Vol control's in decent shape right now. Hourly velocity looks great. Hold on here. Like vol control should be supportive here. Even if they're sellers, like let's look at this again on a 1 hour basis. So vol control asset managers look like they want to be sellers. I mean, that still kind of matches up with this, doesn't it? So what? Yeah, they become sellers up here. I agree with that. In all scenarios, they become sellers. Do I think that this is the place? Yes. But I don't think it's today. Like I'm looking at this right now, and I'm like, yeah, it's like let's look at this here. You know, there's sellers in all scenarios. Yeah, last time we did that, you know what happened? Sellers here, sellers here, sellers here, sellers here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I agree they become sellers and it matters. I don't think it's today. I think it's like I think it takes time. I think it's more of a process. Or what is this, like a gotcha maybe? I'm assuming that they want the gotcha moment now. Maybe they're telling you, Doom. Sorry, suckers. You had eye on the prize, bro. The actual high was here and maybe. I'll tell you this. As long as this fucking thing holds right here, as long as this fucking thing right there holds, they can be sellers in all scenarios all they want. They're gonna get a few scenarios. As a matter of fact, I would only have stops. I would only have stops if we rejected with a new low. Like, I'm a buyer here. And no matter what, you're still going to go up and have to reject. So, buyer of dips until proven otherwise. Are certain indexes better than others? I think we've had this conversation a bunch. Like, it's hard to pick them right now. Someone asked me on Twitter earlier today that they said breadth sucks, and not the entire market's not firing off. You see a lot of rotation. You guys see Meta today? Like, Meta was ridiculous, right? Tesla was going down most of the day, I think, and then started to recover overnight, so some rotation. I'll be honest with you guys. When there's a couple things so like some rules for summer trade. You're gonna get cut up. People are on vacation. That's the truth. Like, there are seasons to the market. This is the quietest. This is literally the quietest time of year. I realize it might not be for you, but for the market it is. This is the quietest time of the year. So rather than get cut up, I recommend spreads in this environment on indexes. I think it's the easiest way to not have to pick the right stock. Any decent pullback, you just put on a call spread. And then when we get into, if the market holds on into July, there's a great opportunity for a sideways trade. It's actually a larger sideways trade, but and then we become a seller. And even when we become a seller, it's on a major high. I'm assuming that some people think that this was it. I don't think that was it. I don't think that's the high to sell. I think it's slightly higher. 1, 2, 3, 4. Closer to this like prior all-time high. Not quite there, but almost. And if you scale out a little bit, you see how it's one big sideways trade. So like this is July 11th, right? We actually start breaking down usually into the end of July. So it's an even larger overarching trade. I'm going to assume if you're Theta Gang, you're going to be selling, or wanting to sell 6,100 and 6,200. You need those people, don't you, though, to sell those calls to. I'm going to assume that there's other traders that are selling 6,000 C right now. So they're going to tell you, no, we're not going above 6,000. Right? Right? Let's be honest. Right? 6,000's top, bro. I'm selling those calls right now. Let's look at that really quick. So I'm going to tell you who's talking to you right now if you want to know. These guys right here. The guy that sold these 6,000 Cs do not want to see them expire in the money. So what is the expiry date for this? OPEX in the end of the month. Last day of the month and OPEX. So that's going to be the loudest voice here, right? As a matter of fact, they want these to expire worthless, and then they're willing to sell you contracts for 61 and 6,200, right? So let's look at that on this here. So they're the loudest voice in the room. They're the guys that are on FinTwit. They got 1 million followers. I'm telling you. And what they want to see. So here's the 30th right here, right? They want to see do you see the failure here? They want to see this failure here don't want to see that at all. Right? They want to see this fail, 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 right? Sideways, right? Down, 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 right? And then they want it down into OPEX, right? Down into OPEX, right? Even if you come back up, down, down, down into the 30th, and they don't care if you print 6,000 then, do they? Right? Matter of fact, they would actually welcome it, wouldn't they? So here's the 30th. They want you to roll your calls up here, don't they? Want you to get above, right? Yahoo! Woo, we're going to all-time highs, baby. Selling you 62, selling you 61, and then roll you back in again. Do we see this? Do we see this now or not? I don't know. I don't know if they're able to stop this from happening. I know they don't want it to happen. Right? They don't want this at all. They'll do anything that they possibly can. Now, if we do pop this up and go higher, whoop, they're going to be pissed, aren't they? But they're okay with it. They're okay with it before the 18th. They're actually okay with this happening right now. As long as they're not up there into OPEX. Right? As long as we're below. I want you to think about that too. That's like a option seller, right? Do you guys know option sellers get blown out? No? You guys think that like option sellers never get blown out of their positions? You should ask one sometime if they do. They'll tell you that they don't, but they do. They get blown out all the time. Why don't I ever sell 0-to-8 puts? So normally I'll take assignments, right? If I'm trading 0 dates, let's say, and I'm gonna take an L, I'll just get assigned the shares. I haven't done that. I used to do that all the time. I would normally come into like a quarter end with like I couldn't spend any money because I'm like tied up in fucking shares and selling puts and shit on underlying. I haven't since this major correction. I'm unwilling to put too much risk. Here's my fear. I had to ask myself a question, or I always have to ask myself this question, like, am I willing to own this company or this ETF or ETN? We're at the start of a bull market. I'm more than willing to own shares of risky stocks. As bull markets become late cycle, I tend to fall back on quality. Things that I'm like, okay, if I get trapped in this fucking company, bull market ends early, is this company ever coming back? So if it's like a Costco or a Walmart or like fucking Budweiser or some shit like that, I'm fine. SPY. I'll usually buy shares of SPY late bull cycle or get the assignment or whatever it is, just accumulating SPY. This time around, I don't know that I can. I'm getting afraid of it. If we reprice the stock market, I don't know when that happens. Honest to God. It could happen this year, next year, the year after. If we do this economic change and we reprice everything, I don't think I want to get caught holding SPY in that. I'll be mad. That could like ruin my retirement. It happened to people in 2008 and 2000. My father had happened to in 87. He got fucked. And a lot of those guys, what happens is you push your retirement off by like 10 years. And then you're like just getting back to where you were. So for me, I'm getting real risk adverse of here. Um, that's for selling puts. I guess unless I did a cash secured put, that would work. But I sell options. I've sold bunches. I don't mind selling options. I think there's another issue too, which is, sorry, I got some allergies going on. I think one of the another big issue for me is the show is consuming of me. When I first started doing the show, my trading was very boring. At that point, I had gotten so good at trading that I'd like put a monthly trade on or a 3-month trade on, and I just let it run, and it would just fucking crank. It was easy fucking money at that point. I would degenerate trade 0 dates and stuff to stay interested in the market. But I think with the show and all that we're doing, my time is consumed. I've lost money on the show. I've been in trades where I actually lose money because I'm not paying attention to active trades. And then the other aspect to the show is, I think selling options is a great strategy. It makes for terrible not 24-hour, but fucking all day long streams. And not everybody can do it. Same with futures. You ever notice like futures? I love trading futures, but it's not like for everybody. It's like SPY, right? It's simple. It's kind of like, it's SPY. You can relate that to ES. You can relate it to SPX. You can relate it to your favorite stock. You can relate it to Qs. You can relate it to IWM, whatever it is. So I think it's more a product of the show and what we do here and what I do here. But that doesn't preclude you from doing it. I think if you want to do it, I think it's a great strategy. You ever notice people like show up to the show and they're here for like an hour watching the show and then they disappear? Well, I have to still be here, right? So, everybody's coming in at different time frames in a day or a week or a month with different, hey, I want to do this or I want to do that or I want to do this or I want to do that. So I think it matters more. Like, why am I doing what I do? It's a full function of being here all day long. And I don't just pop on a screen like, dude. I just literally spent this whole day. If you go into my Twitter, I just spent this not the entire day, but a good portion of the day catching up with people. And I have a bot problem. I have the clap. I got like every post has like 10, 20, 30 bots. I'm like, how can you even interact with me on Twitter? So I like went down the rabbit hole. Like my point here is that you may see me on my face on a screen, but what goes into that face being on the screen is fucking huge. It's a fucking nightmare. Sometimes I think I should have a camera watching me wake up at nighttime and then in the mornings and then getting ready for the show and all the research and all the shit that I got to do. So you could actually see the rest of what happens. And when something goes wrong here, it's a shit show every time. I lost internet Friday. Don't you remember? Like, I lost internet on Friday at 3:00. I looked like a rock star and I couldn't put the fucking show up. Fucking 3:30 to 4 p.m. And I'm on the phone, and I'm outside checking the lines, and I'm checking the lines in my house, and it's a fucking nightmare. It literally is, and it just like burns time. And I have a whole other life. I got kids, I got a wife, I got a daughter. Matter of fact, I got to tell you guys, I'll put in the brief tonight, but like my oldest graduates on Friday from high school. I spent 18 fucking years raising this perfect, beautiful little girl. My wife and I raised her. My other daughter helped grow with her. 18 fucking years, baby. I got that whole side of my life that I don't get to talk about, so I can't believe that's happening. I'm gonna cry right now thinking. I don't even want to think about it because I'm gonna cry my eyes out. But you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm just a face on screen sometimes to people, and I have a whole nother life. I have to live, and you guys trust me, right? I'm still married. You guys met me. A lot of you met me, 5-6 years ago? Still married. Kids doing great. Both kids. And surprisingly. And, you know, that takes a fuck ton of work. It does. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that it doesn't. It takes a shit ton of work. It's just like writing a chart right now, right? It takes an hour, 2 hours, every angle. So I don't know what to say there. I want to just sit here. I would love to own SPY and sell options on it all day long. Sit in my lazy boy, get in my boat. I wish I fucking could. Thanks. Yeah, I love being here too. Don't get me wrong. It's hard to like. I think if I just sat here all day long and ate bonbons and sold options, it'd be a boring ass show. If you guys would, well, some of you guys would love me, but so much like, you know, people come and go all day long. Like, hey Cap, I want to do this, and hey Cap, I want to do that, and hey Cap, what about this, and hey Cap, what about that? And, oh my God, we're burning. Oh my God, we're on fire. Oh my God, it's going up, squeezing up to the moon. The good news is that you're in down here, right? Oh boy. Thanks for the congrats. If you guys want, I'll try to live stream it. She's like honored. Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll have her on the show. She's got her graduation thing outfit, cap and gown. She's got a bunch of different fucking tassels and shit. I'm like honor roll this, I'm National Honor Society that, I'm College Gate this, and you know, all these cool things. I'll try to get her to try it on. And her graduation is this Friday. It's at 2 or 3 in the afternoon, I think. So I'll be here on the show, and then I'm running away to do that. Maybe I can do the live stream from the fucking from the graduation at the end of the day. If you guys want me to do a little live stream from the graduation, I could probably try to do that. But you know, like my point here is that I would love to sell options. I just don't have the time. I'm fucking going a million miles an hour. It never ends. Like literally, it's like go here, go there, go do this, do that. Then I got people on fucking FinTwit trying to fucking crash the stonk market on a Monday of the fucking literally like, dude, like you're in the summer trade. What's the matter with you? Fuck is wrong with you? You just went down 20 fucking %. You want to crash everything? Chill, relax. We usually grind up and to the right. It's the summer trade. You guys want to like destroy worlds in 1 week. It's not really you. It's the call seller. I'll tell you who it is. It's the asshole that sold 6,000 C. They don't fucking want to get rolled early. And they know there's risk of it. They're antsy. I bet you they're on Discord too. We got call sellers in Discord. Ask them. They're gonna be like, those fuckers aren't printing. Fuck you. And if they print, they're gonna disappear, get quiet for 2-3 days. God damn it! I gotta fucking reposition myself now. Early. Go green, baby. Woo! Yeah, I love you guys. Thanks, James. Yeah, I want you guys to know that there's like whole nother fucking, so anyways, can we not print 6,000? Yes. Can we go up there though and roll calls early? Yes. Did you know if we squeeze up into 6,000, we get the call roll, they'll sell us down right into OpEx. They'll sell us down right into fucking Vixpiration and end of month one way or another. I realize that. Yes. They're fucking getting antsy, aren't they? You don't have to get too antsy. You already know they're going to fucking roll it on Vixpiration and OpEx and end of month. Without a doubt, we're going down those 3 days. I'll make a promise to you. We're not above 6,000 on those 3 days. I'll make that clear. Oh, thanks, Stacy. I love you too. I met you in real life, by the way. I know you in real life. You're awesome, by the way. I love you, Stacy. But just be careful what the voices are out there, okay? I want you to realize that the voices of 6,000 are like, you can roll it. Like, this is the negotiation. We'll give you 61 and 6,200, but not until after June 30th, right? And then you're going to hear new voices after June 30th telling you, well, we're not doing that. Sorry, sucker. We're underneath it. We're going to the depths of hell. Who's that? Oh, that's the guy that sold us 61 and 62, right? Same guy. You should know some dates here. There's some dates you should know. We got expirations on the 18th. The 20th is OPEX, and then we got the Fed meeting, I think, on the 18th, and we've got what do you got? June 30th is kind of wonky this year. This might be why we go up the first week of July too. I didn't think about that until just now. I got to tell Volwiz. Like the 30th falls on a Monday, not a Friday. So you've got a whole nother week. That's when we could actually super ramp and hit those numbers. That whole week of July. So now I see why July we could have one more strong week. First week of July maybe. I'm gonna have to adjust this a little bit here. Because I didn't see that June 30th fell on a Monday. That's not good. That would mean that we could break higher for that week. So anyways, just think about who's talking to you, okay? They don't want to print 6,000. They made it crystal clear. They do not want 6,000 to print. They do not want to have to roll their positions. And if they get squeezed, and you saw what happened last time, right? What happened last time we went up there. You shall not pass, right? They were angry, right? They came in and sold this. They ran every fucking story they could, didn't they? They had every story running. They were like, no. No tariffs. The tariffs are still good. And every time we get close to it again, they're going to roll the same shit out on you. They don't want to print 6,000. We get it. But at some point, we got to roll them higher, right? So the sellers are like, well, let them expire on OPEX on the 30th, bro. And then we'll sell you higher calls, right? That's what they want. Does that always happen, though? Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes they get rolled out of their positions. I've been rolled out of my positions. Matter of fact, I've been rolled out selling puts, of all things, not calls. Can I look at what? What's take? Yeah, I'll try to stream on Friday. We'll stream here, of course, but I'll try to do a live stream of the graduation because you guys have known her. You guys have known her for like fucking. She's 18, but you guys have known her since she was like 12 or 13 or something. I'll try to have her on the show tomorrow. I taught her gamma. I taught her to calculate gex. Kind of cool. She does that for me to this day. Taught her how to do that when she was 13 years old. Many, many moons ago. What do you guys, what do you want to look at? Look at what? Take two? What's take two? What am I missing here? Oh, take two interactive software, T2. Gotcha. Yeah, we can look at that. You want to look at take two? TTWO, right? TTWO? 1 hour. Bearish. Kind of bullish. Hold on here. Let me look. Yeah, I'm pretty bearish on it. Are you bearish on it or no? Are you bearish, James, or no? James, are you bearish on that stock? I'm kind of bearish on it, bro. Hold on here. Yeah, I'm pretty bearish. Only thing I would say to you, James, about this stock would be, I forget what it's called. I always forget what this is called, but while this is topping, this may not be the top. It's topping as a process for a stock, and it looks like it's going through it right now. If you see it again at 235, short the fuck out of it. You can be short-term bullish on it. Hold on. It's in the middle of topping. I'll have to look at this for you. I'll have to look at this here, but it's in this kind of a pattern here where it wants to go down. This worked to cool it off here. It wants to do something like that again. And they tried to top it here, but this helped cool it down. This sideways worked too. So either time or price could start going up again, but let's look at it. Like on a daily basis, look at this fucking thing. This fucking thing wants to go down, bro. It can still go up a little bit more. But that right there, bro, that ain't good. Series of higher lows on daily velocity. It's just it's not that it can't go up from here. Let's look at it a little bit closer. Yeah, it looks bullish right now. I can't say it's not going up here. But I'm betting that there's sellers waiting up here. See how quickly it wicks? Like, bam. No, 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 no. A lot of supply there. I'd say you can trade this all you want, but expect big wicks. And whenever this rolls, it ain't gonna be pretty. Like it's gonna go down into September. You're probably good for now. I'd be looking for some kind of high to short though. This might make for a great short into September on a high. Thoughts on SPY for tomorrow? I already gave it. Right here. I already gave you guys this is your preliminary brief right here. This is tomorrow, down. You guys see it? This is the brief for tomorrow right here. Down. This is Tuesday close. Down, down, down. Am I holding James? Oh yeah. Oh no. I'm not holding it. It looks like James is long. I think that's going to be a good short into fall. Not today, but 3 weeks from now. J Pong, you're cheap. What are you doing? I don't know. Okay. I'll see you guys in the morning. Are you guys like short, like you guys max short right now? Like everybody's max short in the close. I wouldn't necessarily be short here. As long as this holds here, I think we're still inside of wave 5. I think wave 5 is not done with us yet for the upside. I would really like to see the roll start too. I really want to see this roll start here. Like the fucking Bears do not want to see calls get rolled higher. And of course they don't want to see 6,000 print in cash market. When is Avgo's earnings? They already have them. Oh yeah, June 5th. We haven't even talked about that yet, have we? When is the 5th? Oh yeah, right there. See it? See it right there? Friday, dude. Oh my god. Fucking. This is like the stuff of call seller nightmare fuel right here. There's your fucking Avgo fucking earnings right there.